Life sometimes gives us a bunch of lemons. But that's the time you think about real friends. With them, any problem becomes nothing. Hellcase.com. Open the cases with those for whom you are a friend, not an enemy.
Hello everyone, a few weeks ago I asked you a poll on Twitter about which players you want me to analyze next. So I picked according to the poll that appears right now here. So yeah, let's jump straight into the video. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everything, you know. Follow me guys. So I decided to pick Vertigo because it's an interesting map that have pretty easy mechanics so far. I think this map is heavily underrated, honestly. So let's see. Fallen having a smoke, Tiwi kill and smoke, which probably means that they're gonna play retake. Most of the pistol rounds are being played on A. Oh no, actually they're gonna have the fight, which is really smart. You have Naf and the CZ close range. CZ close range is always a good idea. For example, nuke on Hut, for example, on the pistol round is really interesting. I think Navi and Simple are doing it. Just in terms of precisions, this I call gap, this I call short, this I call yellow. Fallen being the support on A, which makes sense, is the upper. A control is really important on that map as city side. So you're gonna have a rotation of smokes. First smokes being sent by Fallen, which makes sense once again because it's gonna rotate A to mid most of the time, eventually going B with op because I think Vertigo is a really nice map for opers. So yeah, that he has the basic role of heavy opers on Vertigo with supporting on A, Stewie and Edge, at least with the smoke in the first place. Afterwards, maybe he's gonna also help with flashes on ramp or yellow or both, which I do sometimes on stream. If you watch me, if you don't, you gotta start, guys. So here is Santiago. So most likely, yeah, they really want to make B and mid strong. That's why Fallen smokes and stays mid and not going there in order to flash for them. It's Santiago, so you know things can get fast pace. One kill on mid, Nav dies, then Grim is alone on B, so that makes sense that Fallen stays here the whole round. So here we go, he has the information, it's clock P250, so he can stay. Grim has the information, so Nav can rotate to Grim, support him, B2 on B, while Fallen keeps middle. That's his job. So yeah, as you know guys, on pretty much every maps, the upper and city side have more space, and when it comes to Fallen here, this is the space he's probably using most of the time. Small tips for T side, when the city side plays A really aggressive, which happens all the time, as I said, it's actually really complicated when a team is playing good on that area to just like cross the smoke and try individual stuff. It's really impossible. So what we were doing back then is that you go 5A, put as many flashes as you can in order to take control here. But nowadays, I'm not sure what people use the most. Vertigo's decided is also really nice for map control. You guys need to take B lobby, stay behind the smokes on A, being aggressive and annoying for the opponent without giving the opportunity of getting killed at C side, obviously. So basically, when you have B lobby, for example, and you manage to retake A, you always have an anchor here as T side, which means that a rotation is really easy because this guy at some point will always have a timing to go here and secure the first areas in order to for the T side, which are most of the time on A, at least 3 people on A behind the smoke. Once again, you give them the space to first of all take this area after the smokes, but afterwards also have the potential rotation towards B. So yeah, you have a gap here, a gap that is really annoying, and once again you see they make sure they are strong here because it's the first good round. It's a kind of bonus round, and most likely Elige and Stewie knows what they are doing on A. So now you see Shock is here, as I said, in order to put pressure on B and make the rotation. But he could also sneak into B, check, clear the site, and ask them to come back. That is what I was talking about just earlier. So as you can see, just one flash put a lot of pressure and provoked a rotation from Liquid. Yeah, Fallen is a really impressive player in my opinion. He's really like, I mean, people talk about his opening skills, but I think it's not the most impressive with him is that the fact that he's in-game leader, you know, really smart player with a lot of leadership. Let's follow the smoke. Here, yeah, that's the smoke that goes yellow actually. So yeah, you see, as soon as you have a control without any issue, the game gets easier. But in that situation, they still have pistol, and Vitality have the time to rotate and do whatever they want because of weapons. Nav did a good job. I don't know how they died, to be honest. Did they play over aggressive? They probably played aggressive at some point. They didn't play that aggressive. Maybe one of them could have stayed alive in order to wait the rotation. T-side Vertigo is a really, like, it's really important to have map control and to be patient because the rotation are really quick from here to B to A. This is really quick rotation, so that's also why we say that Vertigo is decided, not EVD, but decided, because just because of the fact that the rotation are so easy to make us decide. Okay, doesn't matter who wins this round. Oh, actually, it does matter who wins that round, because if Vitality wins that round, that's eco on the next round for Liquid. But right now, they won a force buy, which is really great. Obviously, when you're an upper, you don't necessarily stay in your role, which is always like supporting every round. But obviously, it's really important in terms of communication to say if someone needs you on B or mid, like is the case here. You need to tell your teammate, guys, I cannot support on A. You need to put the smoke, and you need to do that kind of things, you know. But as an upper, you obviously have a lot of mobility at city side, and obviously there is some interesting picks you can do on the map. So here, really interesting. So Fallen is obviously holding ladder room. You see, they're moving together. So it doesn't have ladder room, but Elish has ladder room. So now Fallen can pick mid. And that's a really aggressive pick, a really nice aggressive pick, because now he cleared it. So what Elish is gonna do? As soon as Fallen clears middle, Elish is gonna flank them. So he's gonna take ladder room, anti-spawn, and he's gonna flank them. So what I suggest, a mistake that I see really often, when you flank them and you have a good timing, is that you tend people to try to go behind and kill as much people as possible. But sometimes you just don't have the timing, you know? You know they are an A, but nobody's fighting with them, which means that they are really aware of behind. For example, as you can see, Shox is aware of behind. You see? He's gonna be aware of behind because Shox is always aware of behind anyway. But what I would suggest is that you guys do anchor. So you stay in a position where they don't expect you, which means probably like outside elevator, you know, and you cut the rotation in case they want to rotate. So what you can do is that you cut the rotation and you have all your teammates going towards A. You see what I mean? Which means that if there is fight going on and there is trades going on, you have the opportunity to push behind them, but only when the trades are beginning to start or when they are fighting each other, you know. But most of the time, if you see that the trades are for yourself, you don't even have to push behind. You just block behind. If you block behind, there is no way they rotate without information. And also there is no way they rotate without having one guy dying. So yeah, it's not because you are behind that you need to overcommit. It's really important principle. So you see, he's not gonna overcommit. He's gonna clear here. He's probably gonna clear B first, because right now they don't know how many people there. But you see there, Poland is committed into A because they don't want to take ramp in the first place. They want to put pressure on ramp, but they also want Vitality to retake ramp, end up in that situation, and most likely retake them. I feel like with the position of Elish and Stewie right now, is that they will want to retake them when they start moving on ramp. There we go. One more molly. There is a smoke. That's a really nice setup. That's a one-way smoke. And that makes it really difficult. You see? That makes it really difficult for Vitality right now. They will have to fall back and wait a bit longer. Because right now they have no opportunity of winning the round. No opportunity. Fallen managed to kill Zaiwu. Why? Because of the flash, Zaiwu left the angle. And most of the players actually left the angles. As soon as they came back after the flash, well, Liquid was there. Fallen was there waiting for Zaiwu. Elish was there waiting for the fit and keep shooting the fit. And obviously Stewie picked from short. Okay, now that's a smoke dip. And you see, they have two different patterns of taking ramp. They have the smoke deep, and they also have the smoke here. So that makes it really unpredictable for Vitality. So now Vitality is tired of that annoying way of playing A from Liquid. So they're just like, Jesus, fuck it. Let's take, we have Deagle, we have a bit of utilities, let's take ramp straight away. And they probably know that when they smoke deep, they don't necessarily play with the smoke, because that's also something that is not done in that situation. Liquid has been over aggressive over A in two different ways, which means that they have a lot of versatility on the map. They have a lot of different way of taking A, two aggressive way, using two different way of smokes, using the same smokes but not fighting behind the smoke. Making the T side, making actually Vitality using their utilities in order to take ramp, which didn't happen here because they have pistols, so they are more confident into going there. You know, when you have gun round, obviously you don't want to lose your weapons and utilities for nothing. They just use those things differently, I would say, and that's the most important. I think you just need things that you are really confident with, and also adaptation around this. You know, so they decided to adapt around the way they take ramp. Okay, so that's gonna be retake. So you guys should watch those utilities, they are really important. That's a molly for, you see, that's a molly for the plant bomb, the classic one on beside default here. So he's doing the wall bang. No, the smokes are gone and they didn't plant the bomb. So they don't even have to retake now. Now Vitality is in trouble. Why? Because they have nothing. They have nothing to plant the bomb now. So they have flashes, so they flash pick. But that's not enough in order to win the round here. So you see why the utilities are so important. You can try to wall bang here as much as you want, but having utilities is always more important. So you have the nade from the same spot that Fallen have been throwing the Molotov. So they cannot plant, which means that if they cannot plant, with the short amount of utilities they have and the guns they have, well, if they cannot plant, they lose the round. So here Fallen have a spawn. So for once, it's not gonna support. It's gonna play flash from Stewie and pick. Really nice. Always have a flash. Always pick up with a flash in those situations. Fallen is doing really good. Right now he has no reason to fall back. This position is really comfortable for Noper, especially for Noper with his game style. Why is that pick so good? Because first of all, Vitality has the information on Stewie and Elish, so they know they are the two regular guys on A. Fallen hasn't been playing there since the beginning, so Zaiwu naively picked Fallen and died. Because as I said earlier, picking there without a flash is difficult, because you never know if there is an up or not. And also, when there is two smokes, their setup allows them to play those areas and be really annoying and don't give the space for the T side to plant the bomb. And obviously, if Fallen and Stewie are fighting over here, Elish is probably gonna jump on headshot and fight with them as well. So that setup is also really interesting. But you see the strength of Liquid right now so far, they are really proactive and they are really like adapting well. And they are really like putting like doubts into Vitality's head. The thing is that what Vitality can do right now, whatever the smoke they put on A, or if they don't put a smoke, well, they actually don't know the way they're gonna play on A. Also, they've been forcing A a lot and lost most of their rounds. So if now, after a timeout, they start going B, well, obviously Liquid will anticipate that. It's even worse than I thought. They are literally playing 4 in this area. Why? Because they're anticipating. After a timeout of Vitality, they know that Vitality is gonna play around mid or B. Or both. Fallen is really mobile. He's not like overplaying, overpicking. It's not like he's literally in a different spot every round. But you can also see that whatever he does is not out of instinct, but it's out of setups. Example, the round before, 3 mids. He has an angle, something they worked. So Fallen has an angle here. Here we go. First contact. Boost. And he's hiding. You cannot do anything. He's gonna smoke himself. You know what? If he smokes himself straight away, he wins the round. They win the round. Because this setup was interesting. It really puts Fallen into a situation that is aggressive, which once again fits his style. But I love the boost afterwards. So basically Fallen has the first kill. He kills him. He just watched yellow. Because anyway, there is a boost there that gives him the information on the ramp. So he just hold yellow. And after his pick, the guy on the boost just killed the second guy. So what he should have done is to just literally hide after his first kill, smoke himself on the molly, then Elish and Stewie comes to help, flash for him, or doesn't matter, you know. But here they took 2 kills that they could have avoided, at least on Fallen. Fallen could have avoided dying. And as I said at the beginning, Vitality taking a lot of space on A But Shox, having this area at the beginning of the round, allows him to capitalize on the rotation of the city side and take space on B in order to have Kyojin coming back with the bomb. Fortunately, only one guy came back from A, but it could have been like the whole team coming back from A. And at this point, they would have won the round. So you see, they are really annoying. Huh? They have a lot of setups. They have a lot of different ways to play around the smokes they have. This guy has to die. This guy cannot win the duel, except if he has an AWP. So he's gonna keep going. It's the same setup, but without Elige. And that's really good, because Vitality didn't speed up the game after killing Elige, which gives the space to Fallen to actually retake them, because he knows that Vitality is gonna be in a position where they're gonna wait for the retake. But man, when there is an AWP picking you, better have a good angle. Smoke deep, because you see Liquid really smart again. Like, Liquid knows that Vitality starts to have a faster pace towards A ramp. So what do? They go back to put the smoke deep, flash ramp, because if they actually take ramp fast pace now, they're gonna be punished by Elige and Stewie. So you see, they have a lot of different ways to play the ramp, but they always have the counter for pretty much everything, you know. Genuinely, oh, that's risky. That's risky. The molly will be really good. A bit late in timing. But you see, it's gonna be short once again. And if they cross site, he's gonna be there. He's probably gonna have at least one kill. He's gonna be in a position to at least have one kill. Here we go. Now he's gonna fall back. Naf has the utilities. Let's see what Naf's gonna do, because they're gonna wait for Naf before retaking anyway, even though it's 4v2. You don't want to waste such rounds. So smoke short, nade short, or here, and he's gonna have one flash to go out, one more flash in order to defuse the bomb behind his teammates, so they can peek into the flash while Vitality takes it in the face, but they can actually peek in the flash. What are we gonna do? There is an important rule as an in-game leader, is that I think myself that you need to give a call before 1 minute. And when I say a call, it's not like, yeah, we go A. No. You need to make a call. Like beforehand, I think they know what to do. Right now, they wait for the smoke, and afterwards they will know what to do straight away. But from that, Holland will have to make a call. Flashing, going through, because nice. Really great, really good. Very good. One flash, cross the smoke. Oof. So yeah, you see, they've been really patient. Map control, really passive map control from Liquid to avoid any kind of pushes. And most likely before 1 minute Fallen cold, guys come back to A. We're gonna retake through the smoke. And you know, sometimes retaking through smokes at 1 minute 30 won't work, at 1 minute 20 won't work, but at 1 minute somehow it works. So you see, is that they are suffocating them with some kind of boost, with utilities, but they don't commit. Once again, pressure, slow pace. You have back 10, so you can take space, and you have to, actually, you have back 10, you have to take space. That's the kind of space you want to take. That's really great, really great. I mean, what Vitality has been trying to do was good. We're taking information, but the timing seems to be not right, and the movement seems to be not the right movement to do. So yeah, that was a school case, I would say, from Liquid on that map. So yeah, I felt like that city side was pretty much like the perfect city side you can have. Yeah, that must have been really satisfying for Liquid to play the way they played. Once again, the last advice I have for you guys as a team is to work around things like Liquid has been working around setups and the smokes they've been putting on A. They don't have like thousands of things, you know, like they have their smoke, and around that smoke they have 2, 3, eventually 4 things that they master, you know. That's always easier to have something specific and play around that specific things that just have like 1, 2, 3, 4 specific things, you know. It was a really good, very good game. And obviously, Fallen being a really complete player, what I've been seeing a lot from him is the the knowledge he has when it comes to utilities, flash assist, the smart way of Liquid of changing setup and anticipating, defending there at this point, you know. And also, yeah, the way himself is been putting in a situation where you just like have the right pick at the right moment, you know. Foreign is definitely a smart player. Anyway, thank you guys for watching that video. Hope you liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment, feedback. Leave a like, leave a sub, and I see you guys later. Tomorrow, in 2 days, in 3 days. I don't know. I see you soon.